So if you're going to depressurize the house, am I in trouble?
You better hang on. Here's the blower door. We've set the baseline already. We're going to depressurize the home to a pressure difference of 50 pascals between inside and outside. It's a very small pressure difference, but you certainly will be able to crack a window and you put your hand there, it's going to be rushing right through there. This is the pressure difference between inside and outside, and then this is going to give us the cubic feet per minute going through the fan at that pressure difference of 50 pascals. So as we turn this up, we're making a little noise.
And what you're going to find are all the leaks in the house.
Yep, so now we'll walk around with our infrared camera. We'll be able to prioritize where all the leaks are. So we'll let this run for a little bit, and we'll take a cruise throughout the house.
Okay, at the moment we're depressurizing. I hope this isn't going to be painful. And we're going to find out where the leaks are in the house. So you're actually checking even the recessed lighting for leaks.
Most recessed lights are basically a hole up into the cavity between floors or up into the attic. So recessed lights on a second floor or third floor that are exposed to the attic can be very costly, because if you add up the 5, 10, 15 lights, whatever it is, that adds up to a pretty large hole where there's generally no insulation and lots of air leakage. You can't just spray insulation over them because they get really warm. So you have to build a box around the actual recess can that pops up into the next level. You build a box around that, and then you want to air seal that box, and now it's insulated and air sealed. It makes a big difference. These happen to be very quality recess cans, and better quality lights don't allow nearly as much air through them, and these are quality ones, which is a good thing. This is just a gas fireplace insert. See that movement? So that's a decent amount of air flowing through there. And this is very typical. It's pretty easy to seal. I can get my hand up in here, so you could just hit this with a bead of silicone or fire-rated caulking. You want to use something that's appropriate for the high temperature of a fireplace here. The homeowner might want to think about turning off the pilot light. It's pretty easy to do. They all come with manuals. Often they're underneath. You can just pop off this plate down here and turn off the pilot light and turn off the gas to it. These types of fireplaces can use somewhere between $10 and $20 a month just for that pilot light to be going constantly. So there's significant savings for just turning that off, and it's a comfort factor because in the summer you certainly don't want to be generating constant heat into the living space.
What surprised me in that segment, I think, was I knew that air was escaping from all of our homes and the heat was escaping in the air conditioning. But some of the places it's escaping from, such as the light fixtures, was really what surprised me. And I think also switch plates and outlet plates. Want to tell us a little more about that?
Well, yeah, I mean, air is like water. It's going to find its leakage. If you were to fill a house full of water and turn it upside down, it's going to find a way to escape, and air is the same way. As Dave pointed out there, the lights generally are a very large area. If you were to look at every home that's got recessed light cans and add up the 6-inch holes that are in the ceiling, you're going to have, as he mentioned, a significant hole. In general, when you look at all the little holes around a house, they can add up to the size of a 6-foot window in a home. So when you look at switch plates, outlets, recessed lights, as we'll see later, attic hatches, even that fireplace, you'll see that there are a lot of gaps that air will find its way out. And when you really look around the whole house and see all these little gaps, it's pretty significant.
Okay, let me ask you one thing about that. In my house, in the kitchen, we've got about 8 of those recessed lights. But up above in the attic, there's insulation. Mm-hmm. So how does that air escape if there's insulation in the attic?
Insulation is not an air sealant. Insulation is theoretically an air filter. Air will move through insulation. So that's why it's key to air seal and then insulate.
Okay.
And I think it's important to understand as you're looking, people did a lot of renovations on homes, and we're just getting to the point now where designers and architects and the homeowners are asking these questions. Nobody thought about this before. But it's possible now with a lot of new products and a lot more awareness of it in the design community and in the building community to when you're doing renovations, when you're making changes to your homes, to have these things done right the first time. And just a lot of it, nobody thought about it for years. It just wasn't an issue.